Hello, everyone. Welcome on this webinar. Is going to be introducing you to the Bachelor in Management Program BSc at ESCP Business School. So for me, I'm Anna Galliano. I'm the Recruitment and Business Development Manager for the Bachelor in Management Program at ESCP Business School. So I'm really happy to be here with you and to participate to this Canadian fair. And again, if you have any questions after this presentation, feel free to come to me and have a chat at the booth during all the fair on Friday and Saturday. It will be a pleasure to answer all your questions. So first, I'm going to give you a quick introduction of the ESCP Business School. If you've never heard about our business school, we are an European business school with an international, of course, openness. We are the oldest, actually, business school in the world. We are more than 200 years of existence, which is quite a lot. So a really huge and background in terms of business and management. We are really driven by European values. As you can see, we are a cross-border multi-campus institution. We have 6 campuses across Europe. So one is in London, in Paris, where I at the moment, in Turin, Madrid, Berlin, and Warsaw as well. What is important as well to remember about ESCP Business School is that we are internationally accredited, which is really important because it gives you the certainty for you to have a degree at the end of your bachelor, for instance, which is going to be recognized in every country in the world. A bit of facts about ESCP Business School. You can see some numbers, some figures to remember about the school. So as I said, it's the oldest business school, and we have a full portfolio of programs we are offering. So from the Bachelor in Management program we are going to discuss today together up to PhD's program. So it's really various and really diverse in terms of programs we are offering. As I said, we have 6 urban campuses. We have 8,000 students in our degree programs, and they are representing more than 122 nationalities in total. So we are really internationally focused. It's also important when you look at a business school to see about their alumni network. It's really important, and for us, we have 68,000 alumni all over the world in 150 countries. So it's really important, and it gives you the idea of the openness and the presence of ESCP students, former students across the world. What is important as well in a business school, when you look at it, it's going to be the ranking and the accreditation, as I said. So for the accreditations, I already told you we are a multi-accredited business school, and this ensures you that your degree, your bachelor degree, is going to be recognized all over the world. So if you want, for instance, to continue in a master degree in Canada, in the US, in Asia, it's definitely possible. The ranking as well are really important because it's going to show you the recognition and the excellence, academic excellence of university, of a business school. So we have several programs who are actually ranked in the Financial Times. So for instance, we've got the Master in Finance program, which is ranked number 2. We are also the 8th European Business School. And we also have several other programs like the Master in Management program or the Executive MBA program, which are also ranked in the Financial Times. So now we're going to focus a bit more about the Bachelor in Management program, Bachelor of Science. So we are number 1 in France and in England, for instance, this program. So it's a 3-year degree program. It's going to be a full-time program for you. So over 3 years, we are BSc. We're not a BBA. We are a Bachelor of Science, meaning that we are going to ask you to be really comfortable in terms of mathematics. It's really important for us, because our curriculum, of course, so it's going to be in management and with strong quantitative subjects like mathematics, statistics, probabilities. So we need our students to like numbers. It's really important to us. But this teaching is going to be combined with also humanities and liberal arts. So it's a really multicultural track in only one institution. As you have seen, we are located in several countries in Europe. So it's really open and really internationally focused. Our bachelor, it's going to be taught in English with some classes in French, Spanish, or German. I'm going to get into details a bit later, but you can have a 100 program taught in 100% English taught program. You'll also be able to follow language courses. We are offering Spanish, Italian, French, German, and Chinese. So it will be the opportunity for you to start a new language or to continue the learning of one of these languages if you already have started during high school to learn French or German or Chinese, etc. What is important as well to remember about bachelor, about our bachelor, and here you're gonna have. I've talked about the theory. The classes you're gonna have on campus, but it's also really important for you to understand that we are expecting you to put into practice during the 3 years all the theory and all the knowledge you're gonna learn in class with us, and it's gonna happen through compulsory internships, social impact projects as well, and you also have collective projects to lead all over the year. So the idea is really for you to have good sense of what's happening in companies and to really get immersed in the working environment. It's really, really important. So as I said, we're really international, and the concept of our program is to give you the opportunity to study 3 years in 3 different countries. So each year you'll have to choose between one of our campuses. So first year you'll have the choice between London, Paris, or Turin. The language requirements is the same for the 3 campuses. It's going to be English. All your classes in London, in Paris, and in Turin are going to be taught in English. In second year, you'll have the choice between Madrid, Paris, or Turin, Italy. So Turin, everything is in English. There is no requirements. There are no requirements for you to speak Italian to go to Turin in second year. For Paris and Madrid, it's going to be different. So most of your classes are going to be taught in English, but in Paris, we are going to ask you to have an intermediate level in French to follow, to be enrolled in Paris in second year, because you'll have one class in during the second semester taught actually in French, and it's going to be the same in Madrid for Spanish. You'll have one class in Spanish during the second semester. So basically, we are asking for an intermediate level, so a B1 level. This means to have learned French or Spanish during high school up to the end of your high school, to have this intermediate level in Spanish or French. And finally, in the third year, you'll have the choice between Berlin, Paris, or London. London, obviously everything is in English. Berlin, everything is in English as well. But if you were talking German fluently, you'll be able to enroll in some optional classes which are going to be taught in German. For Paris, we have a work and study track actually in Paris for the last year, meaning that from September until the end of the academic year, the week will be divided into 2 parts. So the first part of the week, you'll be doing an internship into a company near Paris, in Paris or near Paris. And the rest of the week, you'll be having classes on our Paris ESCP campus. All the classes will be taught in English, but we are asking a C1 level in French. So this means basically being fluent in French to be enrolled in the Paris campus during the last year. So this is to give you an idea of what you can, where you can go to study during the 3 years. Obviously, the idea of this program, again, it's for you to study in different places. So you cannot do Paris, Paris, Paris. That's not possible. You cannot do London, Turin, London, for instance. You have to change each year campus. So I talked a bit about the academic year, but this gives you a better sense of how you can manage to have your academic year during your Bachelor in Management program. So classes are starting in September and ending in April with the final exams. As you can see, we have 2 final exams at the end of each semester, so in December and in April, and you have midterms as well in October and in February for the second semester. So you'll be on campus from September up to April, and then at the end of April, beginning of May, it's a time for you to get into your internship. You can stay in the country, in the city you are actually studying for the whole year. So for instance, if you're in first year in London and you want to do your internship in London, you can, but you also can do your internship wherever you want. So if you are studying in London in first year, but you found an internship in Canada or in France or in Italy or in China, you can go and do your internship wherever you want. In terms of learning, what are we offering at within the Bachelor in Management program at ESCP? We've got this blended learning model which applies now for our students. So this does not apply is not in application for all the classes we have. It's for big modules like finance, economics, for all the humanities, liberal arts classes and languages, for instance, you're going to be 100% on campus. But for this big modules like finance or economics, it's going to be each module is going to be divided so in this blended learning model, meaning that first you'll be able to watch video, you'll have readings to do to get prepared with the theoretical concept you'll have to learn. You'll be able to work and practice on this by yourself and then with your friends during gathering in school to discuss and deepen go deeper in the concepts. And once it's done, you can have a quiz, for instance, prepared by the teacher to ensure that you have understood and worked about the concept you should have worked on during the week. And you'll be able after to go into seminars, so little groups of students, and meet with the teachers and discuss and go deeper into the concept and really to put into practice as well with case studies, exercises, discussions about what you have seen during your work at home by yourself and with your colleague. So that's, again, it's a blended learning model we are now adopting for our main modules in management. So this gives you actually a better idea of all the classes we've got each year. So I let you have a look. As you can see, our more important section is management, economics, and law modules. So as I said earlier, we've got mathematics, statistics, probability. Again, it's really important for you to be comfortable with mathematics since from the beginning, from year one. We complete this module about management, economics, and law with our humanities. So psychology, sociology, geopolitics, international relations, really important as well. You also have languages classes. So as I said, for instance, if you are doing London, Paris, Berlin study track. From year 1, you'll be able to continue learning French, and you'll start maybe learning German. So it's really important for us. The language is really important. You also have soft skills modules like rhetoric, intercultural skills. Again, the idea for us, it's for you to be autonomous and operative in a company at the end of the bachelor. And finally, the internships, which are really important as well in the curriculum of the bachelor. So in first year, the internship is, it's not mandatory, it's optional, but highly recommended. But in second year and in third year, the internships are mandatory. We also offer to our students a collective project. So this is an activity a project you're going to lead from September up to the end of the academic year. You're going to be gathered with from 5 to up to 7 peers of you present in the bachelor, and you are going to create from A to Z your own project. It's really personal, meaning that you can focus with this project on what you really like. If you are, for instance, if you want to raise awareness about, I don't know, sexual abuse, but other environmental issues, you definitely can create your own project and maybe do fundraising for one humanitarian cause. You can create a website. It's really up to you, and this is quite cool because you can design as well your own bachelor and what you want to focus on. Again, this is to give you a better insight of the international openness we have. So you can see that we are welcoming students from more than 50 countries over the world. So you will notice that we are welcoming students from Canada, obviously. So from North America, South America, all the continents are represented in our program. And we are really looking for students, searching for students who have this open-mindedness and wants to create and creates bonds with people from other cultures, other countries, and want to discover more about different cultures and languages. In a business school, in a university, the student life and the societies associations are really important. So first, you'll be able to practice some sports. We have sports clubs and activities available for you on all our campuses. So if you are passionate and practicing tennis, swimming, horse riding, soccer, football, as we can call this in Europe, you definitely can come and continue or start practicing the sport you'd like. We also have different associations. So for instance, we have the Colonu Association, which is a debating association. It's based on the moon, on the model and the United Nations model debate. So you can take part of this if you are interested. We also have like artistic societies like music, theater. It's definitely possible for you to get in this kind of societies. In France, in Paris, we've got a winery society as well. So we are focused on food and gastronomy. So if you are interested in that, you can join as well. So it's really various, really diverse. The idea for you is to meet new people, new students from other programs as well, and to bond around a common passion or hobby. Another important aspect of your studies, as I said, in the Bachelor Management program, it's both theory and practice. And for the professional part of your bachelor, so for instance, the research for an internship, we've got a career service. They are present in all the campuses we have in at ESCP, and they are really proactive and for you to help you with with your research for internships, for instance. So they are organizing workshops or as well one-to-one session if you need help with creating a CV, to how to apply for job offers, if you need any advice regarding your LinkedIn profile. All these aspects are going to be covered by our career service. So you can definitely go and see them to have advice and guidance all over the 3 years, are also, as I said, located in each campus. So please feel free to go to see them. It's also really important during the last year, because the last year of your bachelor, you're going to ask yourself, what I'm going to do after the bachelor program. Am I going to start working in a company or continue my master degree and in a master degree? And they are here to advise you, to guide you according your project and what you are planning to do after the bachelor management program. So this leads me to, after the graduation, what are the options available for you? So as you can see, this is the figures for our graduated students from 2020. So it's quite balanced between the ones who are actually continuing the study and are doing a master degree in a renowned institution. I'm going to show you the universities they've been enrolled into, and the other part of the cohort actually started their international career straight after the Bachelor Management program. And as you can see, we've got a 98 placement rate for the ones who have chosen to continue to start an international career. So it's really up to you. You have the two options available for you at the end of the bachelor program at ESCP. So this is to give you a better insight of what you can expect if you want to start your professional career. So you can see, I guess, and recognize some of the companies our students went into. They actually have been hired by these companies. So you can see it's really diverse in terms of industry. So it's going from banking to medias, to consulting, finance, cosmetics, luxury. It's really diverse. So it's really important for you to understand that this bachelor is not going to close any door, to focus, to specialize you in one and only field, but the idea is for you to have this openness and to have all the options open and available for you at the end of the bachelor. So you can see on the right hand side of the screen the different company industries our students have at the end of the bachelor have been into, and the different departments they have been hired into. So again, you can see that it's really, really diverse. We are going from automotive to sports, tourism, pharmaceutical, insurance. So really, it's really open for you. You can pursue and specialize and gain some experience, professional experience in the field you like. For the ones who actually have chosen to continue in a master degree, I give you the universities they've been into. So I guess you're going to recognize some of them. As you can see, some of our students after the bachelor have decided to continue their studies, their master in Canada or in the US, so North America. So you can see that the Bachelor in Management program allows you to continue in the North American system to do a master degree in the universities. Some of our students are going in Asia, in Australia, and also in Europe. You can see that France and the UK are quite popular amongst our students. But the idea for you to understand is that it's really, really open. And again, in terms of field of specialization for the master degree, it's important to notice as well that it's quite it's really diverse. We have students who are going into masters in finance, in law, in marketing, in sports management, cultural management, luxury, sustainability, big data, international relations. It's really open as well in terms of master degrees. What are the students we are looking for into our bachelor? What kind of profile we are expecting to enroll into our bachelor? So as I said, we are really focused on international. I think you get that. So we are really looking for students who want to start and who aspire into a top international career. We are going to prepare you to be able to work in the global market. That's really important to understand. We are also looking for students who are really curious, really adaptable, and who wants to discover new cultures, who wants to immerse themselves in different countries and speak and learn different languages. This is really important to us. And of course, this program is gonna ask you a lot of maturity, adaptability, as I said, and it's going to help you to build a lot of confidence and to become more autonomous, because you'll have to change each year campus and to immerse and discover a new country, a new culture, and you have to be ready for this. It's really important for you to project yourself in this type of change each year. It's really demanding, really challenging. So we are looking for students who wants and who are really motivated about international and discovering new cultures. Really important. So if you recognize yourself in this profile, I invite you to do and submit an application. So the application process is in 2 steps. As you can see, we have 4 platforms where you can apply. In your situation, for Canadian students, it's going to mostly be our direct platform through our website. So you can go on our website on the Bachelor in Management page, and you'll see an apply button, and you can click on it. And our platform is going to open, and we'll be able to start and register your application. So ready to start your application. So it's two steps. So first step, the online application. So what are we asking you to upload in this application? So first, your academic transcripts from the last 3 years. So basically the 2 years you have done in high school, and at least the first semester of your last year here in high school. We are also asking for a personal statement and a CV, are really important as well. We are going to ask you for an academic referee. So just the name, surname, and email address of one of your teachers, and we are going to send him a form to fill in and to send back to us. If you are currently in an international high school, for instance, a French high school, where you have most of your classes which are not taught in English. So for instance, if you're preparing a French national baccalaureate in a lycée français, you'll need to provide an English language test. So you can see we are accepting IELTS, TOEFL, or Cambridge Advanced with a minimum score. You are not it's not mandatory for you to upload this test during the admission, meaning that you can submit your application without having already the test. And if you're admitted, we will wait for your test before September 2022. So it's not a mandatory document to have when you submit your application, but it's important to have in mind if you are not into an English system in high school, if not most of your classes are taught in English, we are going to ask you for this test. So once all the documents are gathered, you will be able to submit your application, and we are going to study it. And if you're eligible, you'll be invited to phase 2, and step 2, it is a personal interview. So the personal interview, it's a 20-minute interview in front of a jury from ESCP. They will have under the eyes your CV, and they are going to ask you, it's going to be a discussion, and they're going to ask you about your background, about your experiences, and also your motivations, of course, to join us. Once this is done, you can expect to have your admission results from 1 to 2 weeks after your personal interview. I'm just going to add, if anyone from a French lycée are actually attending this webinar, if you are doing so a French National Baccalaureate, preparing a French National Baccalaureate, you also have Parcoursup. I think you are now aware of this platform. So we are also in Parcoursup. You have to remember that if you want to apply to our Bachelor, in the case you are doing a French National Baccalaureate, if you want to apply to the Bachelor in Management, and if you want to start your Bachelor in the Paris campus first year, remember you'll have the choice in first year between London, Turin, or Paris. If you want to start in Paris, it's mandatory for you. If you are doing a French National Baccalaureate, it's mandatory for you to apply through Parcoursup. If you want to start in London or in Turin, you can directly apply through the website I have, as I mentioned. So I hope this is clear. Again, if you have any questions, if you want to talk about your individual personal academic situation, please feel free to come later in the booth and we will discuss this with great pleasure. So the application deadlines. So if you are applying through the website, we have several admission sessions. So as you can see, we are in our 4th admission session. This admission session will end in March 22nd. Then we'll have another one on May, and the last one on July, the 5th of July. So for the next one, to give you an example, if you want to open and submit your application before March 22nd, if you're eligible, you will be invited to do the whole interview online on March the 30th. So this is for you to understand how it goes in terms of application process. If you are, again, applying through Parcoursup, it's going to be following the Parcoursup calendar, so you'll have up to March to select the licence en commerce from ESCP amongst your 10 wishes, and up to the beginning of April to submit your application. So I hope this is clear in terms of application deadlines. In terms of fees, so if you want to join us, the tuition fees are, so if you have an European passport, it's going to be 15,300 euros per year, so multiple 3, since it's a 3 years degree program. If you are a non-European student, it's going to be 21,400 euros per year. So these are the tuition fees. You can ask for a scholarship only upon admission. So you need to be admitted to submit a scholarship application. And it's going to be studied and based on 2 main criteria, including academic excellence, merits, so your grades in high school, and the financial needs. So we are going to study your application, and if you're eligible, this scholarship could cover from 10 to 50% of your tuition fees according to your situation. Again, if you have any question about that, you are free to come and talk to me, obviously. So this is me. I hope this presentation was quite clear about the program and you have understood what we are offering at ESCP in terms of Bachelor in Management. Please do not hesitate to take a picture. This is my direct contact details. So I've got WhatsApp, I've got an email address, of course, and this is my direct email address. So please feel free to contact me. Feel free to come to the booth. Again, I'm here for you during the whole fair, during the 2 days. So please do not hesitate to come and to have a chat with me to discuss about your situation and if you have any further question about the Bachelor. Thank you very much for attending. I hope to hear from you soon and to see you maybe really soon in Europe. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon on the booth and on our campuses.